We see a lot of physical assaults, sexual assaults, robbery, and theft.
Those reports of hate crimes come into the Milwaukee LGBT Community Center from people the organization serves.
Your organization tracks hate crimes.
Yes, we do track the crimes that are reported to us by individuals.
What are you finding?
We're finding that over the last few years that there's still high reporting.
Natalie Zanoni says hate crime reports to the center have been steady the last few years.
Do you think you have a full picture of what's going on out there?
I don't think we do. I think it's hard to gauge that.
So hate crimes are underreported?
I believe so. There's many barriers to reporting.
Some of those barriers?
A fear of discrimination based on their sexual orientation or gender identity, fear of not being believed about it or not being taken seriously.
How prevalent are hate crimes in Wisconsin?
Part of the answer is we don't know.
Data from the State Department of Justice looks at hate crime offenses and victims, people targeted for different reasons, race, sexual orientation, and religion, to name a few. Numbers going back 5 years show an increase in overall hate crime offenses every year, with close to 90 in 2020.
We do certainly know that there are hate crimes that occur, but throughout the country, reporting on hate crimes has been inconsistent. I think there's uncertainty as to exactly when crimes should be reported as hate crimes.
Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul is part of a bipartisan coalition of attorneys general supporting the No Hate Act, federal legislation to help states, local governments, and law enforcement in areas like hate crime reporting and prevention.
This would fund efforts to provide additional training so that people knew exactly what to look for when they were investigating potential hate crimes. It would also help with public education so that people knew when to report potential hate crimes. And it would ultimately, help us work together to make sure we're getting better data in response. I think once we had better data, hopefully policymakers would look at that and make decisions about how to work to fight hate crimes based on what they're seeing in the data.
Zanoni says education, information, and training are key.
It's important for law enforcement. It's important for employers and educators to have that information so that they can be more affirming in the way that they're interacting with individuals. And I think it's important for the community to know of your rights and, what is legal, what's not legal, what are your protections, what are your resources if something is happening.
Kaul and 34 other attorneys general recently signed a letter calling on Congress to pass the No Hate Act. Bills were introduced last month in both the House and Senate. The Senate bill was later included in the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, which the Senate passed. That bill moved on to the House.